Hello everyone, today we're going to do a package of CCNA3 version 7, 6.4.5 package to configure static NAT. Objectives, Part 1, test access without NAT. Part 2, configure static NAT. Part 3, test access with NAT. Scenario, in IPv4 configured networks, clients and servers use private addressing. Before packets with private addressing can cross the internet, they need to be translated to public addressing. Servers that are accessed from outside of the organization are usually assigned both a public and a private static IP address. In this activity, you will configure static NAT so that outside devices can access an inside server at its public address. Instructions, Part 1. Test access without NAT. Step 1, attempt to connect to server 1 using simulation mode. Server 1, simulation mode. Here, look at the topology. Here's the server 1. Here's the inside. Here's the PC1, L1. That is the other device from another remote network. Here's the internet. All right. So switch to simulation mode. Here, simulation. Okay. From PC1 or L1, PC1 or L1, use web browser to attempt to connect to the server 1. Server 1 web browser. Server 1 web page at 172.16.16.1. This is the private address. Private address, inside address is private address of server 1. Continue to click the capture forward button. Notice how the packets never leave the internet cloud. The attempts should fail. Okay, let's do here. There's only HTTP. Okay, let's show now. HTTP is supposed to be under miscellaneous MISC here. HTTP. All right, HTTP shows up. Okay, from PC1, we choose PC1 web browser. 172.16.16.1. All right, this is the private address of server 1. Minimize. Let's click here. Capture and forward. Click, 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 3 times. Click. Okay, yeah. The buffer full, the maximum number of events has been reached. So that means the attempts fail. Attempts fail. Okay. Okay, so exit simulation mode. So we click the real time. Now it's from PC1 ping R1 S000 interface. This is the IP address of interface S000. Ping should succeed. From the interface supposed to be this one. S00. Let's go here. Yeah, this interface is S000 on R1. So ping from PC1. The IP address is 209.265.202. Ping, yeah, success. Here, succeed. Because the ping is using ICMP service. Web browser use HTTP. Step 2, verify R1 routing table and routing configuration. View the routing configuration on R1. Note that there are no commands referring to NAT. An easy way to confirm this is to issue the following command: should run include NAT. Let's go to R1. to show enable show run pipe include NAT. Yes, here no commands referring to NAT shows here. And next, the verify the routing table does not contain entries referring to the IP network addresses for PC1 and L1 routing table. So here we need to show IP route. Okay. Look at here. This is a routing table of R1. There are two networks connecting to R1. One is 172.16.16.0 is this network. This is a local LAN network. 172 is a private address. And this one, 209.175.201.0 is this network. So both these two networks are directly connected to R1. So it doesn't show any remote network for PC1 or L1. Okay, so that is this question. No routing table does not contain entries referring to the IP network address for PC1 L1. Verify that NAT is not being used by R1. So show IP NAT or IP NAT translation. No translation shows up. All right, so after we finish the test access without NAT, we verified that so far no any NAT related configuration is created now. No NAT configured. All right, so next part 2 is configure static NAT. Step 1, configure static NAT statements refer to the topology. Okay, the topology, create a static NAT translation to map the server 1 inside address to its outside address, inside address, outside address. Okay, we need to configure NAT to map inside address to outside address. All right. So configure, IP NAT inside source, because it's a static NAT, so it's a static followed by private address of server 1, 172.16.16.1. Here, this is the inside address. And then the outside address, 6400.50.1. So here, inside address. Inside address is also called inside local address or private address. The outside address is also called inside global address or public address. After we configure the mapping, we need to configure the interfaces that are participating in the translation as inside or outside relative to NAT. Okay, so we need to go to interface now. So configure G00 interface as inside interface. Okay, here. G00 is inside. Inside is connecting to the local LAN. Inside. The outside is connecting to the internet. So we need to configure inside first. Interface G00, IP NAT inside. Okay. Interface S00, IP NAT outside. Good. All right. We configure the interfaces now. So next, we need to test the access with NAT. The first test is without NAT. Now is after we configure NAT, we need to test the access with NAT. Step 1, verify connectivity to the server 1 web page. Open the command prompt on PC1 or L1. So the ping, the public address for server 1 public address is outside address. So it's a ping this address is 40.64.100.50.1. So PC1 ping, yeah, succeed, yes. Okay. So ping is ICMP service, so it succeeds. Next is the test of the web browser. It's a HTTP service. Verify that both PC1 and L1 can now access the server 1 web page. So now let's get out of this and go to PC1, go to web page, web browser. As public address 150.1. This is server 1. Yeah, server 1 succeed. So HTTP succeed. So next is go to L1. We need to test L1 too. Okay, 64.100.50.1. So from L1, HTTP server 1, yeah, succeed to. Okay, step 2, view NAT translations using the following commands to verify the static NAT configuration on R1. Okay, let's go to, okay, show running configuration. All right, so configuration. So we show configuration. Yeah, here is the configuration we created just now. IP NAT inside source static. The inside private address and the public address we configured. And also we configured two interfaces. One is outside, one is inside. Here is a S000 interface, NAT outside, and G00, IP NAT inside. Yeah, correct. So next show is show IP NAT translation. Yes, this is translation. Yeah, here. So inside the local is private. Okay. It's private here. Private address server. And this is the server's public address. Yeah, outside address as well. It's called outside address or public address. Different name, but the same meaning. Right, this transition, the 80 is the port number. Port number 80 is for HTTP. There's HTTP. There's protocol TCP, because HTTP is one of the TCP related port option. So, all right. So next to show command is show IP NAT statistics. Yes. So here you can see outside interface is 000, inside interface G000. Yeah, total translation 3, 1 static we configured. All right, so let's look at the completion status. 100%, that means we are doing perfect. Okay, So we're done for this packet tracer, configure static NAT. Thank you for watching my video. If you like my video and think it's helpful for you, please thumbs up and share with your friends and subscribe my channel as support. See you next time.